They was going in on us on the Harbaugh joint. I just gotta touch on that a little bit.
No. Before we do that, let's just get on the Ravens because we actually recording on a different day. We on recording on a Monday, the Monday before Christmas. So Merry Christmas to everybody. If y'all see this doing it before the holiday, and we had Ravens played Jacksonville 8:20 Sunday night game.
Yeah, prime time. No, Sunday night game, prime time game. Away joint in Jacksonville.
Revenge game
From
sure.
last year. I forgot about that.
Then we miss like a field goal or something like that.
My boys brought that up to me. I didn't even remember that game.
I remember that. You remember we lost like mad games last year.
But I was so
like
frustrated last year because of what happened with the injuries and everything. It was a lot going on last year.
It was super unfortunate.
You know what I mean? So I was just completely frustrated with last year in general. But this year,
my bad. Real quick before we even get into the whole joint. What's interesting to me is like I always wonder how schedule makers sometimes they'll have a team play back to back, especially if they're not in the same division, and it'll be at the same place back to back years. That's weird to me. They played them in Jacksonville 2 years in a row.
That is weird.
That's weird. I'm like,
it's usually supposed to switch.
Yeah, if you're gonna play them back to back years, it seems a little.
Or is that with the NFC? No, the NFC we usually play them like one time and then we won't play them.
Yeah, you don't
like
play them for a while. A lot of times, yeah. But it's like why they play there twice? But anyway, regardless, it was a revenge game. It was an interesting game, yo. A lot happened in that game, yo, for not a lot of points.
That game had me cracking up, dog. Trevor Lawrence just running with the ball and it just popped out of his hand.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Was crazy.
Let's get into that. That was some of the early action. So we started off with
the longest shot. I knew I shouldn't have had that popcorn.
Yeah, it was some Three Stooges shit going on. Dude missed 2 field goals back to back.
Oh my God! Can I talk about that?
I would be mad if I had McManus on my fantasy
real
team.
Quick with this, I knew the tempo or the tone that was going to be set, I should say, from the kickoff. That first hit by the Ravens on special teams. Yeah. It wasn't a fumble because he was clearly down, but that ball popped out.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, they come in here.
Aggressive.
They come in here to smack folks tonight. It's going to be a physical game,
yeah.
And that was the way to kick it off, especially against a team like that. Yeah. I'm going to let y'all cook, yo.
Yeah, I mean, it's typical Ravens fashion. It seems to be in these last few games where we start a little slow. Trying to figure things out. I know Lamar gets a little bit with the pocket presence thing. Sometimes that gets a little frustrating, and that happened a few times.
Just throw it away,
or run. I don't know why.
I think it's cool to throw it away if it's like, bro, the play busted right now.
The lane is open.
I've been back here more than 5 seconds or 4 seconds. Like, just throw it away.
He wants something to happen every
seconds.
play. Like, he got to do something every play.
Yeah.
But no, it was.
That's real. That's respectful though.
There's a lot of frustration in that first quarter. I know, as far as just the offense not performing like how we thought they would perform or should be performing, and they go away from a lot of things. So just going away from the run and going. That's where we live, bro. Just go with the run.
Yeah, that first drive, they got all the way down the field.
Yeah, it was cooking, bro.
I think they tried to do that weird pass play, if I'm not mistaken. Like, was it second down or something like that?
Bro.
It just got weird, and they didn't get in the end zone. They had to kick the field goal. Yeah. It just started off real clunky. I don't know why they be starting off clunky like that. I don't know what it is. They typically, to me, it's kind of like they typically like gain some sort of steam in the second quarter, like recently, and it leads, and then it gets clunky again at some point later in the second half. But like, it's just a weird little pattern they got. Like.
But that just doesn't bode well for a playoff run.
Nah.
That's what I don't like.
You got to come out the gate with your foot on the gas.
You see these traits early, and this is why it sounds crazy because we number one in the AFC, bro.
That's tough.
Like we
Shout
just
out the Ravens,
locked in our playoff position, but like these are the things that we need to start nipping in the bud now, bro. Like,
but what I will give them though, I might have a different opinion than everybody on this game. Like, that's where I was gonna go. Mm-hmm. I think the defense is that exceptional. If they just play well, we damn near don't have to do nothing offensively.
Our offense feeds off the defense.
Pretty much don't have to do nothing. Like, bro, they really nice. It was one time they marched down the field and they could not score on us, bro. I was like a couple of times.
Well, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm the defense a little because I still seen that they was able at first early. They was able to get some running on them, man. Mm-hmm. And that's been kind of alarming recently.
They definitely got to get better with the.
This is what I'll say because like he was alluding to it earlier with the
Russian defense.
They was getting down the field in that first half.
They were.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They just missed kicks.
They were blowing it. Like
and
the
Trevor
Ravens
Lawrence fumbling. Like
that was crazy.
That
was the drive after the interception.
Off the interception.
Field goals.
Off the interception, though. Let's talk about that interception a little bit.
You can't.
That's what y'all talking about. If you
the
don't have it,
stood
Lamar,
up though, because that was crazy.
No, but if Lamar don't have it, he got to either throw it away or run. It's only two options that you have.
Because he also has to last the whole season.
But
so
he
does.
Like,
throw it away,
I can't say that either because he does make plays.
He does. He did
some of them throws, bro. Like so, I see why he does it.
Escaped the sack.
He's amazing.
Off the spin.
So he makes
and
plays.
Then stood in there and
that's what he's hoping for. But in the playoffs, my brother, I don't. Because it's shaping up for a crazy playoff
it's gonna be crazy.
Potential that we might have to play.
This game against San Fran is going to say a lot for like our
Miami.
What we're going to
do. Who we got next?
San Fran.
That's the one.
McCaffrey.
I'm gonna get back to it. We're gonna get to that.
That's going to be an important.
A whole second.
Yeah. But like even with like so even like all right. So they was now the defense tightened up a little bit more in the second half. But like you got to think about it, they was running on them pretty well. What's the name was making some good plays. To get some first downs. The quarterback. I can't think of the quarterback right now.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence was making some good throws on some of them third downs and stuff like that. But they missed field goals, and then even right before the second half, they got the big play
and blew it
right within the 5. And instead of just spiking the ball, because they had mad time to run like 2 or 3 more plays. They messed up.
Ran a quick play.
They was helping the Ravens defense out early.
They did help.
That first half was crazy.
That's a very
Calvin
Ridley
caught that joint. I thought he was going to make the play, but it was a great tackle. It's a great fucking tackle.
He's visibly frustrated. Like how many other quarterbacks you see him punching the ground and slamming helmets? Like Pat Mahomes was tight, but Trevor Lawrence is fucking. He needs some help. Like that man is stressed the fuck out. You can see it on his face. They don't have no run game really like that. Like he's trying to make it happen himself. Almost every play, and he don't have the tools to do that. And
in fantasy right now, I'm in the playoffs, and why do I have the Jaguars kicker as my guy?
I told you, I have him on my bench.
He got me.
I have him on my bench because I got Kansas City kicker in him. Yo, I'm so glad. I'm like, bro was missing mad kicks. I would have been hot.
He had missed like 4 all season.
That's why I need.
Point.
You got the game on. Tyler Lockett do anything. Let me know because that's the only way I win.
You gotta start looking up the odds on everything.
You gotta start looking up
the odds on everything because how did he miss that one? Yo, I was like, bro,
the doinker.
It was all kind of
the one. It was like a guy kind of pressure.
No, so we could talk about this. Was this the second half when Trevor Lawrence just dropped the ball?
That's what I'm on.
That was the
first half.
The
second half.
First half.
I mean, second quarter.
That was after that interception.
Second quarter.
Bro, when he dropped that ball out of nowhere, first thing I thought was, like that
Sportsbook.
He literally cut and the ball just popped out of his hand like he was.
Who was there?
Forgot how to hold the football.
Who was there about the hit?
I forgot.
Because it might have been a business decision. He might have dropped that.
No, I respect who it was. I'm so mad I can't think of who it was.
Stevens?
Because I'm going to get to him later. Yeah. But whoever it was, I respect him because they could have smacked him when he dropped it.
But they pulled off.
But their mind was on, let's get that ball.
Yeah. I think it might have been my boy Arthur Millette. I think it might have been my boy.
It might have been.
I know he got the ball. I think he got the ball.
It might have been.
And Millette's usually on that side.
I think that might have been Arthur Millette, but y'all can correct us. It
could be Stevens too, though.
Yeah. But yeah, they came through. Because we're going to touch into a whole bunch of this, but they came through, and the Jags just couldn't really shake off. The only thing that was making me nervous was Trevor Lawrence was getting some third down runs or second down runs that was just getting first down. So I was like, he literally kept running to the left side every time.
Yeah.
And getting down the field. I was like, geez, man.
When did the Calvin Ridley catch in the end zone that people were? When did that happen?
The second half.
That was like towards the end of the game.
That was a big point.
Yeah.
That was a big point in the game.
I
don't know if y'all want to skip that far.
I feel like he was out of bounds. Like
that's what I saw. I saw he was out of bounds.
He was on the ground on his knees, like bobbling the ball. Like why was that even? Possession. Why was that even like a question?
I think the question was his hip was still slightly above. It was above the what's the name, and they said when he fell to the ground, even if you're bobbling, if you curl that ball in, that's possession.
But it was movement.
That's only
no. Even if You still bobbling that ball. They say it's possession.
I think that level of movement though was the reason they didn't.
I know. I get
he
it.
had to like re-catch
because it was great. Yeah, he had to regather the whole ball.
Like
it was mad close.
If Dez didn't catch that,
now I'm not gonna hold you.
That's not a catch.
If that's Zay Flowers, I want that thing. That's a touchdown.
That's the greatest catch I've ever seen.
It is what it is. It's a Ravens spot. Like, I mean, we like the Ravens here, so it is what it is, bro.
I just feel like certain plays, like when it happens in real time and the ref is like, yeah, that's out. And then it's like, oh, you see it in slow mo and every angle is like now
they called it incomplete, right?
Yeah, they called it incomplete.
Yeah, so they had to
that was the game. Honestly, for real,
had to be inconclusive. That's the rule.
But also, I feel like even if they do score that touchdown, and let's say even if they get a 2-point conversion, I don't see them still winning. How there was like
that's a weird game, bro. They had like 3 or 4 minutes left.
It was like 3 minutes.
Know what I want to know?
If all it takes is a 3 and out.
I mean, Zay. What's the guy? Zay Jones. Am I getting the name right?
Yeah.
What's the wide receiver on the other one that had the big ass bulky cast on?
Yeah.
He caught a couple of them Jones.
Yeah, but he like limped off the field.
Yeah, he looked crazy.
There was a number of that guys that
they said, why is he out here? His knees are made of bubble wrap.
Jaguars beat up, yo.
Yeah.
But speaking of hurt people, how can we get rid of Ronnie Stanley, yo?
He needs to just ride off into the sunset.
That's a great question, Mike.
I just want to know, like, it's like, bro, this guy hasn't been healthy since he's got paid. That was like 3 years ago.
Why did he headbutt?
I must
that
acknowledge
dude
that segue level, yo. That was good.
Dog.
I just want to know.
You right. Years.
I called Zay this morning and talked about it this morning, like on the record. I'm like, bro,
our biggest mistake was letting go of that's the dude.
Orlando Brown.
That's our biggest mistake.
I said they let go of the wrong dude, man. Yeah, I mean, they had already paid Ronnie. That's the problem, yo. But
they paid him while he was on the squad. We made that decision. And then he got hurt, I think, the very
immediately
next
after. Yeah, like, bro, he can't stay healthy.
His knees are
they
like done at this point.
Like, bro,
he needs to just retire. Honestly,
that hurts, bro.
And then when Falele get in the game, you can see it, bro.
That's when Lamar gets the
Lamar start running around like, I'm not getting no blindside hits, bro.
I said it though. I said Ronnie need to retire, yo, and give up that cap hit, yo.
Yo, we need to be honorable, Ronnie. If you can't play, let somebody else play, bro.
Did you see the play he went out on where he just like basically headbutted the dude and it was like,
he caught a concussion type.
They put him in protocol because he literally.
But he started out of the game, didn't he? Like he was.
It was weird.
Yeah, he was out. They kept taking him in and out.
So he's not fully healthy in general. Weird. That's what that
his knee didn't look good.
Because if you're the starter, you're the starter.
He's a liability.
You're the right tackle, bro.
Yeah.
Left tackle.
Left tackle.
We need you in. Yeah, like we need you in the game, bro.
I need you out there.
They was playing him like the NBA. They literally like bring him in, bring him out, bring him in, bring him. I'm like,
we doing?
This is crazy, yo.
It's time,
bro.
It's time for us to start.
I know somebody knows the numbers harder than I do, but I think he's on the hook for like 11 or 12 million next year. No. And like 16. I don't know about the dead cap exactly, but like the salary, and like 16 the year after.
Do you remember when James Franco was like, "No, he's got to go.
Yeah,
he's got to go."
Ronnie, do him a favor, retire, take some time.
Like, yo, we appreciated you though. You was great when you was healthy, but you not no more, bro. And it's becoming a liability. And football is like chess with that. Like, you can't have no feelings. Like, oh, we gonna just be honorable. Like, no, bro. That's running the risk of Lamar getting hit.
Yeah.
That's running the risk of having a line way worse. That's running the risk of not being able to run the ball over there. You feel me? Like, come on, yo.
I mean, look at what our franchise looking at doing with that big stadium expansion potential.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That looks amazing.
That's why they gave Lamar that bag, because he be bringing that money in. They didn't do no improvements to the Ravens Stadium before Lamar.
When I sent y'all,
Rich, you know that.
He needs
ownership. Yeah,
like,
bro.
He needs a percentage of
20%.
He needs a percentage of ownership in the team, yo.
Bro,
as
he
soon as I
literally
saw
made
it,
this
I believe I
expand.
sent that, and I was like, yo, Lamar is grossly underpaid.
Yeah.
Bro,
he's a superstar.
He deserve almost that Shohei Ohtani, yo. He's up there, yo. He's going
That's
up
the
there.
thing that people don't, when they see these exorbitant contracts and they're like, oh my God, how can he get $700 million? The organization is gonna make that back and then some. Merchandise sales, ticket sales.
I think 2 years in a row, Lamar Jackson was the #1 selling jersey, and it might be again this year. So, like, how much money goes back to the team from that revenue alone?
That's a good way to.
And if he win MVP,
like, yeah, like, bro,
I do want to say Prayers up
Please,
for Keaton
Lamar.
Mitchell, bro.
Yeah, bro. I hate to see that kid go down.
As soon as I saw it,
He was going crazy too.
He's nice,
he was
bro.
having such a good game, man.
That hurt.
Did they give an update on his injury? It
I
looked
haven't
like
seen
a
it.
bad
It looked
hyperextension. Like I'm hoping it wasn't a
I
tear.
do hope it's just a wild hyperextension.
Yeah, because
I hope.
it was a quick like just yoink. Like boom.
Nah, he was on my fantasy bench. It's
too.
like, yo,
He was
nice, bro.
He was
shaking
going in.
off this game.
He
I
was
know.
going
Really,
in.
No, he was really getting
game.
out of that. That's because he's really fast. Like if he get like a toss on the outside and they got a
out.
nice lead blocker,
And it's not that he's just fast, because he is fast, really fast, and he is faster than
Then Edwards.
no.
Justice Hill?
Justice Hill. But Justice Hill is fast too, and he got some moves.
Justice
but
got a little
his
swole,
patience. What's the name? But I was gonna say, yeah, Keaton Mitchell's patience. Did you see a few of them runs on the cutbacks and the cut? Like, no, he's just getting smarter and smarter.
ball
with the
carrier.
speed.
And he got, like you said,
Yes,
but he
yo.
been had vision. Like, yeah, he'd be like,
He was on
getting
his
better,
Le'Veon
yo.
Bell
Yeah,
shit when he was just like
scanning the field.
waiting.
The reason he can have that vision is because of that speed.
Exactly,
Because
yeah.
he can just open up that
Once
speed.
he
His
see a hole,
agility,
he's out
His
there.
burst to get up there, yo, he's fast. You right.
Our
Pat
team
Ricard
is
out
so-
there
he come up
leading the block.
and you got to think.
Yo, Pat Ricard on the block. Yo,
Yeah.
Project Pat on the
Did
block.
you see
Nah,
him
he
with
was
the
just throwing
double
people.
block last night? He had one player in
Project Pat. That's Project Pat.
Aggressive.
Oh, God.
Aggressive.
I love him.
He the type that grab your jersey all hard. You be
People
like, yo,
forget.
why you
He
this
blocked you
aggressive?
all the way out of bounds.
Yo,
like,
people forget we had Pat Ricard playing fullback and defensive tackle.
300
Yeah.
pounds, dog.
He's
At
a
the
man
same
child.
time, he was playing
He's a
in the
man child.
NFL. He was playing both positions.
They was also talking about it too, like some games, yo, he really be like a de facto tight end as well, yo. Like
Yeah, he's caught a couple nice short yardage.
sometimes they don't need to be running.
I don't
plays
like him
for
running routes, bro. I'll be honest. I don't like him running routes. Them routes mad husky.
We seen some national.
Getting out of there. I'm
Slow
like,
ass
ew.
slant.
The cut looked disgusting.
Husky routes.
Like, yo, why'd they have him running a
Yo,
fade
the
right there?
300 pound
Round
fade
with the
going
routes,
across.
yo.
Bro, the Pat Ricard fade is out of pocket, yo.
Hysterical, yo.
Who draws that play up? That's the hardball plays, yo. He just be like, I got one, fellas. They'll never suspect Pat Ricard going out for the feed.
That's what.
We gotta talk about Harbs.
That's the Harb special, yo.
That's
We
what
got one
Harbaugh
Harb,
just
so.
over-
Yo, I
over-
seen Harbs at jury duty, yo.
Word?
Shout out Harbs.
Swear to
For
God,
being
yo,
an
I was
American
at-
citizen.
Hey
that has to
man,
do,
he's a citizen as
civil
well.
duties.
I'm a justice warrior. You know that's where I got my established title from.
The Justice Warrior.
Bars be hoping he get picked. Yeah.
Dog, I went
Well, I
to
was
jury
hyped
duty.
when I got picked.
My man said, "Dun-dun-dun-dun." Your Honor, I know exactly what happened.
I went to jury duty. The case, some dude got cracked over the head with a wine bottle at a bar.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I did not get picked. But when I'm leaving, I see everybody crowding around this little one area, and I'm looking like, what's going on? Fucking John Harbaugh just taking pictures with niggas
At the courtroom?
but they had him in like a separate little, like, I don't even know. They had him off somewhere separate. He apparently was on our selection. He didn't get picked, obviously.
Yeah, he's
And
the
then
coach
he
of
out-
the Ravens.
he
Like,
hopped
you gonna bring too
outside.
much
They're not
attention to
putting him
this,
in
yo. Yeah.
He was
Plus,
trying
we
to
got
leave.
a season to win, brother.
Yeah.
gotta
Go get that Super Bowl
Well,
champ.
do you think it might have been good if he'd have got picked? When was this?
Nah, I'm not gonna put that on him.
This was
I'm not gonna put that
season.
on him after yesterday, though. I feel like we did
I
some
do
wild
wanna
stuff, but
say
we played a solid sound
It
game.
could be worse. We could have the
We
Chargers.
played a sound
coach.
game
Here's the
yesterday.
thing about Harbs. Listen. All right, so I think a lot of people got a lot misconstrued.
They
We
caught the
talking about
clip.
Harbs.
They caught the headline.
It's funny.
They
I
went
don't
for it.
care though.
I
because
don't care.
we
Get
said
emotional.
10
That's
toes
how I
everything
said
we
what I said, bro. Some of that
here's-
stuff be crazy.
But here's the thing. I don't think he's a. When you say somebody, people think you be like, yo, this is the worst person ever to do the job. I don't think he's an atrocious coach. I just think at times, situationally, he's not that good.
Especially with the team we have.
Now, as an
he
overall,
makes
listen.
questionable decisions.
As an overall, like, I think he's like
But
one
now
of the
he's-
best
he's cooking,
managers in the
I mean, this
NFL.
week was a cook.
All the players, from what I've always understood, they love him. I think he's a really good guy with managing a lot
He's
of
a player's coach.
Well, that's except for
Right in that beginning,
maybe
with
Peter.
Anquan Bolden and all them, like when he first came in there, like when,
That's
when he
different,
chopped
though.
that team down, that was a lot.
Well, you
of
got to remember that's
dissent.
different though. That was
a lot on.
I'm talking about
on
now.
Harbs at that
I'm talking
point.
about
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
I'm talking about
he
now. I'm
had to
talking about now. I'm
come
talking about
in.
now. Because we could. That's a whole
see
nother
that.
segment we could have. Like,
see that.
I mean, Ed Reed was. But anyway, but I'm just saying, like now the guys like him. He seems like Harbaugh seemed like a good dude, in general. It's just that it comes down. They wasn't in no weird situational stuff at the end, so we didn't have anything weird.
He didn't have to make any
potentially
crazy
talk about
decisions.
last night.
True.
And it's like he can, like, as long as stuff is in a certain rhythm and stuff, he's solid. He's not the worst coach of all time, but it's just like sometimes when you need, like, the playoffs, when certain things going to happen,
those key
I'm
decisions.
a little shaky with him, yo.
Yeah, you gotta be on point.
I'm a little shaky with
He
it.
likes to go for it on fourth when we don't necessarily need to go for it on fourth sometimes. But I mean, that's his whole shit.
And I didn't forgive him for last week when we clock management was crazy. Like, bro, we got 3 timeouts and we can score, bro.
Like,
like,
you're not using the timeout.
We chilling before the half and they get the ball back. I'm confused what we're doing. And it's some weird scenarios where
challenges. Like, what are you doing? That challenge was crazy last week. Like,
Pat Ricard runs fades.
I feel like challenges are like, I haven't seen a successful challenge in a long time. Like they analyze the shit so much, but like after the play, it's like, do you even need to throw a challenge? Like, you just wasting time at this point. Like, I haven't seen a challenge get overturned in a very long time.
I feel like I've seen one. I've seen them.
They've been good. They have them. But it depends on like what you challenge for the most part. But, hey, major thing I want to say from this is, hey, we in the playoffs, baby.
Oh yeah.
I love that, yo.
We talked about Lamar in that pick. I want to give him some love on this. We talk about the pick, and he probably was trying to do too much. He thought he saw something, and you know these things happen, right? But Lamar, a lot of stuff don't show up in that stat sheet. He made a lot of plays.
He did.
Nobody in the NFL
was cooking.
to make sure that team never got the confidence that they could really get. One of the best shots was when that wild joint we threw to Likely, and I was like, that was kind of a bad throw, but he trusts Likely at this point.
Yeah, he went up and got it.
Yo, dog, the defender was on he just was looking like, bro.
That's the only way
he said, how did you make that throw?
Everything I could possibly do, yo, and I couldn't get him. Because in the first half, remember,
the kid's special.
In the first half, they was getting him on the ground a little bit more, I feel like. That second half, though, he just was making, and it's like, he might not have thrown for 375 yards and 3 touchdowns, but it's just plays that be dagger plays that he gets you with. And it's like, only he can make it.
It's demoralizing.
Only
he
can make those plays. Like,
because you can't do nothing with him.
When you give your full effort and he just does some wizard shit.
Imagine being a linebacker that's assigned to be Lamar's spy for the game. And, yo, you probably be so tired after the game, bro. Like, because
Lamar's our guy.
He extended mad plays, like mad long.
Always said that's our
guy. Who's the backup tight end? He threw a dart to him to get them in the goal line.
Oh, you mean number 88?
Yeah.
Kohler? I don't know. Yeah. I can't remember your name.
Kohler was supposed to be
he made a nasty catch.
Yeah, he's nice.
Nasty. And then the one slid it right to Likely in the end zone.
Yo, shout out to me having him on my fantasy squads. Let's go.
Nah,
he made up for that trash kicker.
When they showed like the slow-mo of just his sidearm, like just a little flick, and it's like beamed straight to the it looks effortless when he throws the ball sometimes. Like, his arm is all the way
really
over
nice.
here.
He was making MVP plays, yo. Sometimes it's not about it's about gashing the team up at the worst time for the other team, yo. And I feel like Lamar was just making all of them plays in the second half to just put he's just putting them in the dirt at a certain point where they was just like, God dang, yo. Sometimes early in the year when they lost a couple of them games, he wasn't getting some of those plays per se, but as they warming up their offense, he getting more comfortable with certain dudes. Bateman missed a few. Him and Bateman connection missed a few things early in the first half, but I feel like they made a couple more plays in the second half. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It was warming up, and I'm like, that's the stuff that's like, yo, he didn't throw for 30 touchdowns.
How'd Odell do?
He had
He
got a good catch though. He got one good catch though, and that was crazy.
Yeah.
That's all I want to hear. I want to keep Odell happy.
He didn't get targeted.
I think that's how we win this joint. I think we keep Odell happy and we keep that ball running. We should win.
I feel like Odell's gonna show up.
Drop that, bro.
He dropped one.
Maybe he did drop that because I saw that one on. It was like on the side.
It was a tough catch too, though. I'll give it to him. It was
he had it. One of them he had it in both his hands.
I feel like old Odell would make a lot of the catches that he drops now. Like,
but he's still nice though.
For sure.
Because this is the great value version of Odell performing this way is amazing.
We got the Murray's version of
this year he might
the Shasta version, bro.
This year Odell might be
RC Cola.
This year because they had it to spin. They had just enough to spin. Right. Next year, I wouldn't try to, give him a crazy deal.
But I feel like he's the perfect, if we're gonna have like a scrappy vet, I feel like
he's
Odell. He's like the new Steve. He's like the new Steve Smith.
That's what we said. We spoke about that
Come on, bro. Desi, it's a mental weight.
That
dog,
like Steve Smith, he could last with the Ravens for a while.
Yeah, try and run through people, man. I like it.
Yeah, he's gonna go out there and give you his all every game. Like you don't have to worry about him not showing up.
Want to show some love to Likely.
Oh yeah, big love guys.
I know I mentioned it before. Well, he might be replacing Andrews. Some people didn't want to touch it. Y'all kind of want. I was like, dog, the dude talented. If he gonna get enough snaps. I was like, I think he can.
What if they had them both in there and they was on some like vintage Patriots type action,
like
when it was Gronk and
oh boy,
we're not gonna say his name, but that was a crazy 1-2 tight end punch.
Too, I think Mark Andrews is a little bit older as well.
So yeah. Well, he came in with Lamar.
But you know he can have an old head OG.
He not crazy.
That's our natural. This would be,
and it would be like amazing short routes that Lamar would be feeding.
We just saying like.
Double up.
Likely gotta definitely. He
gotta play.
They gotta adjust the what's name because I knew I was like.
Well, he just really started considerably better catching the ball.
Yeah,
that was the issue with him. Like kind of early on, he was dropping some passes.
Yeah, definitely.
If he goes on to replace, our tight end, that would be a big shakeup because we always have this scrappy white boy like since Heap. Like all our tight ends have been.
Yeah,
no, since
it was Heap.
It was before Heap, wasn't it?
No, I don't remember the guy before Heap.
I gotta look at it. It was like several.
Oh my god! Before Heap, it was. I can't think.
Well, I ain't gonna go into every.
Yeah, we all early 30s. I know somebody gonna get mad in the comments too. You're not real fans. Why was somebody? He was like, "You're not a real Ravens fan. How did you not know that Wallace went to XYZ college and we drafted him in the 3rd round?" I'm like, bro, what you stumped the Schwab? Get out of here, cuz.
Stump the Schwab is hilarious.
Yo, the Schwab. Don't want to be the Schwab.
Dennis Pitta.
Dennis Pitta was after. My God.
Yeah.
Dennis Pitta was after Heat.
Yeah, he was definitely after Heat.
Yeah, that was the guy who had the bad hip.
Because he played when Shannon Sharp was there. And that was the whole thing with them. That's how they got that whole connection. And he was nice.
Was that Heap or Pitta who had the bad hip who couldn't stay? That was
Pitta. I was sad. I bought his jersey because he was cooking that year we went to the Super Bowl.
Kyle Bowler murdered Todd.
Yeah, he literally see the safety crashing down like
right over the middle.
He get crashed by like 3 dudes.
That was back before the defenseless receiver thing they got now.
Nah, they were killing folks back then.
I would have had hands for Heat,
especially if you was a tight end.
I know Tony Gonzalez got PTSD at this point. Like he was getting rocked too.
We was talking about the offense real heavy. I want to give love to the defense. I just got a couple of things to say. Man. Listen, Justin, not a BK.
Yeah, he was hooping.
Lamar called him baby. What's your that play for the Rams?
Baby.
I can't think his name.
Arnold.
Darren Donald. Yo.
Donald. Yeah.
He got 12 sacks on the year, yo.
That's crazy.
That's why he went down that.
But
he
mad strong, bro. He like abnormally strong. He like one of them like short, super stocky dudes,
he be
bro.
Throwing dudes around, yo.
Yeah.
When they showed the difference between like his first couple seasons, how many sacks he had, and then how many he has this season,
this is why we gotta win this year because a lot of these guys or some of these guys are gonna be coming up.
They're gonna go get a check from if the Ravens don't give them a check, they're gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So we need to win right now. While we got,
that's why Odell probably not gonna be back. Because you're going to have to trickle that money over.
I ain't mad at him. Yo, bro, that's a dangerous sport. I would be getting extra wealthy. He would be mad at me.
Yeah, Odell could retire right now. And niggas would still be like, yo,
he should do his Darrelle Revis thing and just bounce around 1-year contracts, different teams.
Yeah, Darrelle Revis is a mercenary at the end. I had to respect
just be a mercenary at the wide
receiver. OBJ might want to be in Baltimore, bro.
He likes
I would love if he stayed here.
He hit the salsa strap, bro. We're an important town to everybody.
His personality fits with our team. I will say our team probably has more personality. Like at least I feel like for our we always have like a certain vibe with our team. Like our defense is fucking scary. Our offense is swaggy. You feel me? Like we always have a certain kind of vibe with the Ravens, and like we clicking this year. Yeah, and that shit, they still stressing me out a little bit. You feel me? But it's like this season feels really fucking good.
It does.
This is probably the best feeling season.
Bro, we number one in the AFC. That's an accolade, bro. That's how I know we just spoiled as Ravens fans because we used to like winning a lot, like not being the greatest team, but we usually have a winning record. Bro. It's more winning record seasons than without.
I would think so.
Yeah, at this point,
we make it to the playoffs pretty much every season.
It's not even close.
Yeah, it's nowhere near close. Because I remember them years when we were really bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
I'll never forget them.
There were far and few in between, but they were. That's how you know.
He was down there.
That's how you know they're few and in between because you can remember them.
Yeah.
You're like, woo. Like, didn't they win like 6 games one year?
Yeah, it was bad.
That was crazy.
It was bad.
Bro.
It was really bad.
I ain't gonna lie. Before Flacco went out, we was looking wild sketchy, bro. Before Lamar came in, it was looking nasty, bro. Like we might have been one of the worst teams in the division.
But the Flack man is coming back.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah,
man.
I am happy for him.
He won us a Super Bowl.
I'm not.
Yo. I can't.
We could end up playing.
I don't want to play him.
Man,
I don't want to play him because the Browns' defense is amazing. Like, all he got to do it. All he has to do is not mess up, bro.
Joe Flacco coming to Baltimore
just don't do nothing crazy,
knocking us out of the playoffs.
Flacco, just don't fumble the ball, bro.
Number one,
that'd be bad, bro.
Versus the wild card team.
Let's not even speak that to existence for real. We should chill on that because that would hurt my feelings, bro.
Sick.
Bro, think about how the radio, think about how 98 Rock and all them gonna go off.
Yo, they going
we needed Flacco back. I've been saying it since back then, and I'm saying it now.
I knew Joe Flacco.
They gonna start dropping all the hard R's on Lamar.
No, Lamar, you gotta win that game, Lamar.
No, it's not the majority, but there's a small faction of fans that will be rooting for him because they want him to stay.
Yeah, they want to see Lamar not succeed for some weird reason, bro. It's like, bro, he on the Ravens. You like the Ravens or not, bro?
Yo, when we had those contract negotiation issues with Lamar over the summertime, like when it was unsure if Lamar was going to be returning.
Yeah.
Those Facebook, like if he went to like a Facebook post about it, he's just so ungrateful about like, and it was those type of people. You feel me? You know who it was? They was on his ass.
They're building a whole new stadium because of Lamar.
And now he's our savior.
Mad funding the Baltimore
sports complex.
They complaining about him. The 2 quarterbacks that are higher paid than him not even finishing the season. But they complain about his injuries all the time.
That's crazy.
Those 2 guys aren't even finishing the season.
Could you imagine?
They felt so bad for Joe Burrow's hand. They like, look at it. He was in so much pain.
Justin Herbert, yo.
Look at Trevor Lawrence shaking his hand out. He must be.
And why do they only bring up Lamar's money? All of them got paid, bro.
They don't say shit about.
They be like, do. And they literally say the amount of money he got paid and then his name.
Disgusting.
Yeah. The $300 million man. Like, bro.
Man. We winning. It's going in.
One more thing. For that defense, want to show a lot of love to Kyle Hamilton.
Kyle Hamilton, you're a man-child, bro.
And he made some really good plays.
That's where our money.
He's amazing, bro. He's amazing at football.
Tackle that was.
He's amazing at football.
Early tackle.
That is where our money is going.
And it was, I think, against like it was like
everything.
We gotta pay that man.
As long as he stops, as he stops tackling people with the crown of his helmet. He good.
Nah, he be form tackling for a lot of them.
He's been fined a few times this season. Like he got ejected one game.
I mean, when you you gonna have
but he's been form tackling right now, bro. I seen him break down like how coaches used to tell us at rec practice.
Wrap him up.
Yeah, drive through him. Drive through.
He arguably has the best technique. Yo.
My man straight break down.
He just needs to stay on that path. Like
I think he's gonna be one of the greatest we ever had if he can stay healthy.
In this game, he smacked someone and then perfectly form tackled them after to make sure they didn't get the yards. Yeah, this dude is different.
And he had a good pass breakup like in the end zone towards the end of the game.
Bro, he saved multiple games like where people literally had the ball. And he did the vintage Marlon Humphrey
punch out.
I understand.
Vintage Marlon Humphrey.
He don't have 1 million interceptions, even though that's not his job necessarily. He don't got 1 million sacks, even though that's not his job necessarily. But this man might be the defensive player of the year.
Bro, to keep it 100, like he might.
A lot of his stuff not super quantifiable.
Outside of Roquan Smith,
because
I was trying to go through. It's a lot of.
There's some really. But
no, I would say Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen. He might be one of the leading tacklers on the team too. Like I feel like he in on like every play, bro.
A lot of smart plays.
He's nice on our score. He's nice. He's just nice.
Nobody got more tackles than Roquan.
At the safety position, I got him at strong safety or whatever you dub him. I don't know what you dub him, but at his position, he's the number one.
Got asked to Schwab.
I don't know anybody outside. He's got to be number one.
They put him everywhere, yo.
Yeah. He's even at like some like low level linebacker type stuff.
Yeah,
like he's
gonna be able to play mad positions.
Slot court. It's just too much.
Yeah. And Brandon Stevens, yo, I want to give him. That's the last person I want to talk
balling
about.
Out.
No, balled out.
He had a penalty. I think he played had a couple, but he was aggressive.
Yeah,
but very smart. Like he did what he had to do. He was playing really well. A lot of points in that game, and I think he also like helped stop a lot of nonsense from happening in that game. I just wanted to give him a shout out because I just don't think if you wasn't really watching the game, that boy was out there playing. He had his energy level was high.
Nah,
he like I said, he was aggressive. He got a few penalties, but some of them I don't mind.
Yeah.
If you're not putting your team directly in a bad position, sometimes a penalty is not all that bad. I remember it was the Buffalo game, and they cracked somebody. It might have been Dak Prescott got smacked relatively early, and I was like, the position on the field they was at and what they was trying to do. I said, listen, sometimes you might have to you setting a tone, yo.
Yeah.
You setting the tone, yeah.
It's football, bro.
And if you're not putting your team directly in harm's way, you'll take the 15 to let them know, hey, it's not going down today, yo.
Yeah.
And like I said, Stevens was playing well. Wanted to just give him a little shout out.
Shout out Stevens.
Because he, the cornerback position,
it's tough, man.
And Marlon Humphreys,
especially because we do a
yesterday.
lot of man-to-man stuff. So,
yes,
I mean, it's a little tough.
You're gonna get when you do a man-to-man, you're gonna get some penalties.
Yeah, you're gonna be on the island out there. So
you're gonna do it to save some touchdowns too, yo.
Exactly.
Marlon Humphreys played fairly well yesterday too, man. I want to give him a little bit of shout out in there as well.
Yeah,
we got on him last week, and a few weeks some people act like he just ain't been messing. He's had some bad games. But he played well. So,
some people just irrational, bro.
We keep it real. When you play well, you play well. When you play a little sus, you play a little sus. You know?